a perspective of the music program, there wasn't one, and the only opportunity that children had to be part of music in any way was with the school choir, such as it was. Teachers, I think, were very reluctant to take on anything to do with music. Seems to be that one of those areas that people have fears about, and they were very reluctant a lot of the times to take on anything new. The end of year school concert was always, I can't sing, how am I supposed to do anything? So it was something that was fairly intimidating to a lot of people.
So in 2010, when I arrived at Canadian Lead Primary School, we were halfway through our building education revolution, and walking through the school, I could see that there was a terrific space that was being created, which was the space that was dedicated towards music and drama. What it really got me thinking about is how we're going to use it effectively and how we're going to use it purposefully. I stumbled across a staff member that was quite passionate and quite interested in developing music across the school. In talking to parents, and I had conversations with parents, they'd certainly mentioned to me that they would love to see more music in the school environment. And really I had a belief that all students should be exposed to specialist music. And on top of all that, the fact that I did have a staff member that was passionate and really wanted to drive music throughout the school culture was a real impetus for me to be able to say, right, well let's give this a great go at our school.
In 2011 we started running the music program, and it was a great opportunity to start with a blank canvas and try and design a music program that met the needs of our students. All of the students from grade prep right through to grade 6 had very little experience in music. So we decided to invest in technology early on as a way of engaging students in their music studies. One of our first purchases was a set of MIDI keyboards that we use with our computers for recording and composition on software like Acid Music Studio. We've been really creative with how we've used technology and the resources available to us. We also purchased a set of iPads, and these have been a fantastic tool to use in music. There are so many apps out there, and they're constantly being updated and coming out with new ones, and you can teach everything from note reading to composition. The most significant change I noticed was when we decided to put on a whole school musical performance. Lots of people were tentative about trying to put on something so ambitious, but the difference that it made in the school community was amazing to witness.
Alice was a fantastic experience for this school. The school hadn't had anything like it before. It was an opportunity for the kids, for the whole school to have a shared experience, and they were so energised and excited at the time. That lingered for quite a while. It worked with the students' own strengths, it worked with the staff's strengths. The kids that you wouldn't have thought would have any confidence, the kids who you come across and they're very quietly spoken. You know, you talk to them and that they sort of barely talk to you, but once they're on stage and in a costume and that shutter comes down and this alternate personality comes out, yeah, it's amazing.
The results that I've seen is that our music program has just grown and grown. One of the major things is that our students enjoy the subject, and when you walk through the classes and observe the classes, I'm able to see students that are engaged, that are enthusiastic about music, and there are never any behavioural problems that I see.
You know, our student feedback surveys and stuff were pretty ordinary. They were predominantly in the lowest quartile for engagement and those kind of things. And this year, obviously, we're in the fourth quartile for all that stuff.
The input from the coordinator has been excellent, and just her enthusiasm to get the children involved and the amount of time and effort put into it to give them the opportunity that they may not have at home.
There's been investments in electric guitars and electric drum kits, and students are getting quite involved and progressive in their own rock bands, to the point where they're now performing and have the confidence to perform at school events.
We have 3 instrumental music teachers, and over a quarter of the students in the school signed up for instrumental music lessons on either keyboard, guitar or drums.
They're always enthusiastic to grab the instrument and have a play. Yeah, so there's not a great deal of pushing to get them to practice.
I've got a passion for music and really enjoy it, and now I can play piano.
Students have regular opportunities to perform and are confident in doing so.
The fact that we have children performing and everybody's saying, oh my goodness, I didn't know this person could do that, and I didn't know this child could do this, and there's been a lot of positive feedback for those students.
Just to see their confidence, I know that they can be a bit shy, but just to get out there and have a go and get up on stage and have a go, it's just fantastic.
They have a lot of say in what they choose to do in music and can go in their own direction and set their own goals.
You get to play the guitars and the pianos and learn new solos, and you can sing, you can do a lot of things that you haven't learnt before. You get to sort of create like new songs and things, and like record from the iPads or from a computer, or like you get to use technology like with your learning.
There are students who struggle in the areas of literacy and numeracy, and they're finding confidence and success in music.
A couple of my students are not very strong academically, but they are really enjoying drums. They come back from their drum lessons with this great grin all over their face, and they are so happy to be able to be part of something that they feel really good about, that they're good at.
There's a lot of research to support the idea that music can have a significant effect on priming students' brains for learning in other areas, and I really believe that our music program is going from strength to strength, and that we are really starting to see the effect it is having on our school community.
I think it's very important for children to take up an instrument as early as possible. And I can see with Matthew, because I play the guitar and haven't played, I took it up late in life, but I can see how much he's progressed in the few years that he's been playing.
I think it's important because as you get older, sometimes it gets harder to learn to play. So if you start when you're younger, you can play for your whole life.
There's so many different aspects to music and being involved in music that is terribly important to children's learning as well as to their emotional growth and their well-being. Students are sort of puffing their chest out a little bit and saying, yeah, well, see, I might not be very good at maths, I might not be very good or very sporty, but I can play keyboard like no one else. You just watch this. And there is a lot of hero worship almost for those kids and the effort that they are putting into the work that they're doing in music.
We are so happy with the results we have seen since the introduction of the music program. It is our hope that more primary schools will start to realise the benefits of providing an ongoing music education for all of their students, so that they can experience the same rewards that we have, and so that all students can experience the joy of having music in their lives.